My name is Kayla Hine. I'm a senior at Oregon State High School. I'm a typical teen. I study hard in class. I have afternoon rugby practice, and I hang out with my friends. What most people don't know is that at one time I was homeless. I decided to do my senior project on Portland's homeless community. Just like me, the people we pass by on the street have a story all their own, but we don't give them a second thought. To get some perspective, I got in touch with Grace, a coordinator at Street Roots.
My name is Grace Baddick, and I'm the volunteer coordinator and vendor program assistant. And I'm also a Jesuit volunteer, and I've been here for about a year and a half. Street Roots is a newspaper, and it was started in 1999 as originally called the Burnside Cadillac by a group of people experiencing homelessness and poverty, and also those who were not. And the main mission of the organization is to create income opportunities for people experiencing poverty. During the holidays, it's always fun to be in here because there's just tons of stories of readers supporting their local vendors. But also the greater community as well, between social services and everything. And a big part of that, I would say, is because of the resource guide. It's pretty unique that you're able to see what services are available all in one place. I think, at least in my experience of the different cities I've been in, it's not very easy to know where to go when you're in need of different social services and different things like that.
To get a better insight, I went to the streets to get a first-hand perspective.
So I actually just became homeless. So yeah, I'm a screen printer, and I had to quit my job back in September because the chemicals were just like really messing up my body.
I was homeless. I had a good job. I grew up. I had good family. I had good upbringing.
Yeah.
And then I made all the wrong choices. Had bad peer pressure, but it was only my choices, by my choices. I made all the wrong choices, drugs, alcohol, all that shit, and I continued to keep doing them. So now I'm still doing shit.
I was homeless for a few years before I got out here, so I would say about 10 years altogether.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that?
Well, I had a really messed up childhood, and then I did drugs. You know, I had a drug problem in the past, and alcohol, and so I'm doing better now as far as that goes. But I'm still kind of struggling with some of the poor choices I made back then. You know.
This seems to be a very accommodating city for homeless people, and you know, like you can pick this up at the library, and it's got, you know, the shelters and the shelters and the places where you can get free meals.
Yeah.
So as far as eating goes, I may only be able to do it once a day, but that's better than nothing.
I was in Nashville, Tennessee. I was in a Nashville rescue mission. I was sleeping on my bunk, and this guy just got back from right here. He said, "Yeah, man, Portland's the awesomest place, dude. Everything's free. There's so much good stuff for homeless people there." So I said, "Dude, I'm gonna try that." And first thing I do, I came right up here. I got here December 10th. I've been here since December 10th. I don't know yet.
Yeah, I have in the past utilized some of the resources that Portland has to offer. the warming centers that they open when it's 32 and below. I've stayed there, and some of the other shelters I have. So yeah, and then some of the food. You know, the Portland Rescue Mission has food and stuff, and there's some other places that offer food help too.
Where else do you eat?
Blanche House is on 3rd, and it's pretty close to TPI. They serve meals during the week, and then Union Gospel Mission that way over on I can't remember the name of the streets, but it's all pretty local right here downtown. You know, I look back and I kind of kick myself in the butt because I could, you know, I kind of probably could have had a lot better life right now if I would have utilized those opportunities back then. But I guess when somebody's forcing you to do it, it's kind of harder.
My family was nuts. I do not wish to do that.
Why is that?
It's embarrassing. I don't want them to worry about me. I know that they'll want me to come back to Ohio, and that's what I might have to do, but I really don't want to, you know, like, and it's also, I don't know, I'm still new to this, so, you know, I'm still processing, you know, like, just doing this, is really hard for me to do, but I guess it's better than sleeping on the street.
So you're from Oklahoma. Does your family know you're here?
Yeah, they know I'm right here. My uncle used to live in Seattle, Puget Sound.
Have they tried to talk to you, or do you keep in contact?
They tell me if I stop drinking, I can come back. But I'm not ready to stop yet.
I mean, I was in a kind of a how do you say, dysfunctional relationship too for a few years, you know. So there was that when me and my significant other were using drugs together, type deal. So it was kind of a destructive and dysfunctional relationship, I would say. So, you know, and that was in California before I moved out here. Kind of the reason I moved out here, kind of start fresh, and then so.
After discovering ways to get involved, I decided to volunteer. I volunteered with Bridgetown Night Strike, Union Gospel, and Augustana Lutheran Church. Bridgetown gets together on Thursdays to hold an event called Night Strike. Night Strike is a project that anyone can volunteer for. I went with my mom and my 2 friends, Glenda and Deja. We were broken up into smaller groups. My group was hospitality. We walk around to greet people, sit with them at tables for something to eat, and keep them company. We were treating them like one of the family. Just regular, everyday people. I also volunteered at the Union Gospel Mission. At the Union Gospel, I helped prepare and serve food for the homeless. It was exciting to meet other volunteers interested in helping. I felt like I was making a difference in other people's lives. I met a volunteer named Lindsay and another one named Richard. Richard showed me ways on how to serve as many people as possible. The third place I volunteered at was Augustana Lutheran Church. We prepared sock lunches. The lunches came with things like bologna, peanut butter and jelly, ham, and even gluten-free sandwiches. Each lunch came with a pair of socks. Other volunteers shared their experiences of years and events from before that helped the homeless. After all the lunches were prepared, the youth group and other volunteers went out to the streets to pass out the sock lunches. Every person we saw got one, even if they were sleeping. One lady asked what was in it, When I told her, she then said to me, "My prayers have been answered." I felt like I was making a difference in other people's lives. No matter how you decide to get involved, get out there. 30 minutes could change a life. I know, because it changed mine.